I'm Cecilia.
Hi, I'm Laura. And this is the Yarn Mews podcast.
Yes. Coming live from the village.
At Mendota Heights.
Yes, at Mendota Heights.
Yeah. Minnesota, for those of you who aren't in Minnesota. So it's a gray, freezing drizzle kind of day out there today. It's very slippery.
It is very slippery.
I almost spun out on the off-ramp today from the freeway. That was fun.
Didn't.
You know, I did when I was right after college, when I was first working at Control Data, I did spin out on the highway once. And I mean, I didn't know at the time. I was from Texas. What do I know? You know, I didn't know that you were supposed to take your foot off the brake.
Oh, yeah.
When you start to fishtail or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. But somebody helped me, and it was all good.
Yeah, no.
So when I started to slide on this thing, on the off ramp today, I immediately took my foot off the brake, off the gas, and it straightened out.
Yep.
So, the lessons you have to learn.
Yeah, you often have to learn them the hard way.
Yes.
Yeah, I once spun out on the freeway going to take Charles to the airport when I was but a ute.
Yeah.
We weren't even married yet. That's how long ago it was. Because we've been married forever.
Did he get to his flight?
Well, yeah. Because we left really early.
Yeah.
Because
that's smart.
Yeah. Because Charles comes from a family where it's like, we need to be at the... This is even before 9/11. It was like, we need to be at the airport like 3 hours early.
Okay, 3 hours is a little bit much. I like to be there 2 hours early.
2 hours.
My husband likes to be there at, like an hour and 15. I'm like, no.
No. There's too much that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, they also have to drive a long way to get to their airport.
Yeah.
And so I think they always, they get there so early just because they worry about traffic in Santa Fe and everything. So
sorry, I just had to check my...
Dick Tracy's calling her. So.
Yeah, I had to check my watch because we have no water in the building, and I just got a text from the management that says there's a pipe that burst in the garage and they're working on fixing it. So, anyway, that's the scoop.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome sauce.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking about saying that, but then I thought, no, that's stupid. So I did not say it.
Well, I'm glad I could be the stupid one.
Me too. Always makes me feel better when it's you and not me.
So, Cecilia, did you watch the bowl last night?
I did. What a boring game. Oh, my God.
I know. I mean, we had it on. We were playing Rummy, and we had it on, and I mean, it was 3-0 for the longest time. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So. It was not a very interesting game, and the commercials weren't interesting, and...
The only one I saw and I didn't watch very many of the commercials, the only one that I saw that I liked was the bubbly one, the Michael Bublé one. I thought that was pretty funny.
There was one for the NFL that was
really... Oh, no, I saw that one too.
That one was fabulous. That was my favorite one.
That one was so long. I mean, I watched for a long time, and then I was like, okay, this is really long. I better get back to the game. So, I mean, the Rummy game. Yeah, no, I did. I enjoyed that one best of all. Yeah. Because, Yeah. That's cool.
I recognize many of those players.
Yeah. So, what you working on?
I am working on a sweater called Malin by Isabella Kramer.
Do you have a picture of it?
Well, yes. Okay, it's somewhat complicated because there's 2 pictures. I am doing the lace pattern off of this one, but I'm doing this collar because I don't do those.
Turtlenecks?
No, it's a bad look for me.
Yeah.
And too much, although less balloon head, still too much. So anyway, it's a top-down raglan, and I always forget that there's excessive amounts of increasing on the top-down raglan.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
So, this is what I got so far. I got all the stitch markers in the world in there. So, to designate.
And is that Kid Classic?
This is Kid Classic. And
By Rowan.
By Rowan. It is awesome. I have had to, go back and rip out, which this is 30% mohair, and normally mohair is just a beaver to have to do that to. No problem.
Beaver. I was thinking a bear, but okay, a beaver. It works.
Beavers are vicious little creatures. There used to be this beaver at the Minnesota Zoo. Total tangent, sorry. And you'd go, and I don't know if there was some sort of glitch in the wall or what, but he would be trying to gnaw his way out of the glass. It was just like, oh my God. So you'd see his whole mouth going at the glass. It was kind of
traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but it comes out beautiful, and it's going to be lovely, and it's going to be here in the shop once I get it done, and then it will come home with me, and it will be mine. Oh, it's mine. I can't wait. So, yeah.
Cool.
What are you working on?
I'm working on the same old Alanis. I've been working on designing a top secret project.
No.
So I've been doing that a lot, and I'm not working on this, but I finished my most recent prototype and decided I'd pick this up and try to finish it, because it shouldn't take that long, but
it shouldn't.
But yeah, it's taken a long time because I've been working on this other thing.
And that thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. I'll grab this as well. Let me just get to.
She's been busy doing other things.
Hold on. Let me get finished with this section of stitch markers, and then I'll hold that up.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our perk project for the month. Perk project is for our 3K club members. They get a discount on the materials to make the project. But it's a little slipper. And I am not going to even try to say the name of the pattern. It's by, help me out here. Oh, I can picture her.
I don't know who it's by.
Isolde T.
Oh, yeah.
I can picture her with either blonde or brown hair. Either one I can picture.
Oh.
And it's thrummed. So all of those little bits in there start like this, as roving. And then you make little thrums and you knit them in as you go. You can see on the inside here, you can see what they look like. So they cushion your feet on the bottom, and they keep this area warm up here. It's a fun little slipper to make. Doesn't take very much time. It actually takes probably more time to make the thrums than it does to make to knit the, well, okay, that's probably an exaggeration, but it takes a lot of time to make the thrums. So what she suggests is an 8-inch length, 1/4 inch wide, which I don't know if that's 8 inches, but let's say that's 8 inches. And so I just cut it. And then to fold it, fold the two ends towards each other, and then fold it in half again, and then that's your thrum. And then
that's huge.
This gets knit in. Yeah, which is what I did originally. And maybe it was a slightly longer than this piece, because I don't think that's 8 inches.
No,
that's probably more like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So the first time I knit the slipper, I had this really thick thing, and they were just too thick. So then I decided, okay, that's too thick. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to cut this in half and just have half of that thickness like that. The other thing I think you could do is, I don't think this is a 1/4 inch, but it's really hard to tell because it's so fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you could split that again and then do the 2 folds that she talks about, and then the 3rd fold, which isn't as bad. I don't know. It worked out fine the way I did it. I think there are lots of ways to do it, and I think if you look at the comments on Ravelry on this pattern, there are a bunch of people who found other ways to do it. So
when I did my thrummed mitts, I just pulled out bits of the roving, and they were probably like this bit long, and
yeah,
just
I mean, even this, you know, cutting it in two, and did I cut one in two? No, but okay. So let's say you cut it in two, and assuming this is 8 inches, which I'm not sure it is. This ended up being a little too tiny, so I would go with maybe 5 inches long, or even 6, and fold it in half and do your thrum like that. I'd rather have it longer because then the ends don't try to pop out, which kept happening with mine.
Yeah, there wasn't any folding involved. Basically, I just pulled out.
They're the thrums. Aren't they cute?
Bits of
they look like little hearts when you go like that.
They do.
So anyway, that's our perk pattern.
Make a great Valentine's gift because they have little hearts right in there.
The only problem is right now we're waiting on the roving to arrive.
It's shipped on Friday, so
yeah. So maybe it'll be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow, hopefully,
or maybe even today.
Maybe.
Who knows?
But it's slippery, so I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on. Yeah. I also, you know what we didn't do? We didn't bring the Rama over. Just what I was gonna do. I completely forgot about it. We have a new yarn in the store. It's and I don't know if you saw the email that I sent. It's Rama, what used to be called fennel garn. They don't call it that anymore. They call it fennel PT2. I don't know why, but if you look on Ravelry for fennel garn, it says discontinued. So I emailed the company about it, and they said, yeah, that's because we renamed it. It's fennel PT2. So that's what you have to look on Ravelry for. And I made this hat. I don't remember if I showed this hat before or not. Maybe.
I don't remember.
And again, I'm sorry. I'm really tired. Didn't sleep well last night. I didn't even think to remember what the name of this hat pattern is, but I'll look it up and put a little bubble.
Something chevron-y.
It's not chevron though. It's I just can't remember. Anyway, this is made out of the fennel PT2. It's cute, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
It's a great yarn.
So it's a sport weight yarn, 100% wool, Norwegian. Great for color work.
Perfect for color work.
And I also, this weekend, I decoupaged this head with Mod Podge and bits from knitting and crocheting magazines. It takes way too long to do this, but I'm determined to do it throughout the store. The other thing is, okay, so Cecilia and I have been struggling with baby hat, heads for
baby heads,
baby hats. And so I went and I bought a ball, styrofoam ball, like in their floral department at Joann's. And I bought some dowels. I stuck a dowel through it. Then I have a little foam thing at the bottom that I stuck the dowel through, and then that will sit in a flower pot. And then hopefully, what I was thinking is that I have some fat quarters and cool prints, so I thought maybe I could just tie that around the bottom with a ribbon to make it look pretty. But the Mod Podge won't stick to the hat because it's really, to the head, the styrofoam ball, because it's really porous. Unlike these heads, they're not porous at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do. My husband suggested painting the ball with latex paint. So I'm going to try that and then try again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I don't know what else to do about a baby head.
Just buy a baby head.
No, I've looked. I can't find any. Other than really creepy. But there was one really creepy one. And I didn't want to do that. So I didn't. The other thing is, I remember as a child Mod Podging on a balloon. And I do have some balloons at home. And then it makes it, it hardens. But I don't know how
Like a piñata?
Yeah, but I don't know how I'd attach that to a dowel or something, or how I would keep it from rolling around on the shelf. Yeah,
you would have to do something.
I have to think about that. Because maybe it could just be glued onto the top of a flower pot once it's...
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try latex painting the head first and go from there.
Yeah.
My daughter said to me yesterday, she said, how did I end up not being crafty with you as my mom? I said, I don't know. Probably because I didn't teach you how to do any of this stuff, but, you know.
She's broken.
Yeah,
she spends all her time, her brain's full of languages, and now she doesn't have room for Mod Podge.
No, although,
See,
I mean, I probably...
plenty of room for Mod Podge up here, because I know no languages. English is pretty dodgy.
Yeah. She did learn how to knit as a child, and I probably have told this story on here before, but her first boyfriend in college, so she came in from college at Christmas, and she had this boyfriend, and a couple of days before she's going to leave, not even, she'd been home for 2-3 weeks, I don't know, a couple of days before she leaves, she said, I want to knit an otter.
What?
I was like, you only learned how to knit for a little bit when you were like 10. I think you should start with like a scarf.
Yeah.
So, nope, I want to knit an otter. So I found her an otter pattern. And I, reminded her how to knit and purl and a couple of decreases and increases, and off she went, and apparently she finished it, and then of course they broke up. Because boyfriend. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But she made an otter. I never saw a picture of the otter. I don't know how it actually turned out. But yeah.
I don't know. I hope that wasn't the reason, but
yeah.
It might be.
I forgot to show you guys this when we were talking about it.
Yeah,
so,
you did. I was waiting for you, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
So here's Alanis. You see my little contrasting color pocket? Isn't that fun?
I like that.
I just had that at home. It's some wool stock left over, and the yarn that I'm using on this is Plymouth Baby Alpaca Worsted Collage. Could you have a longer name?
Lord, don't encourage them, because they will. Just,
they're the company who does. They make patterns for their company, and they call them things like cardigan. That's really helpful.
Sometimes it's descriptive, like ladies' cardigan.
Yeah. Because you can find that on Ravelry so easily.
And then they'll have a number, like, because when we've talked to them, they're like, but we have this number, 4462. It's like, okay, dude, nobody remembers that number. It's... No one has room in their brain for some random number of a pattern. They need to be told it's called,
Yeah. I sat
Marlin
down.
Dreams or something,
Right.
and that way they'll remember it.
I sat down with their marketing person at TNNA once, and I said, you guys just got to name them something, Pick a street, Sibley. We're right by Sibley Memorial Highway. Okay, the Sibley hat,
That's it.
It doesn't matter. Just come up with something.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, I understand that, but nothing ever changed.
No.
And now she's our yarn rep for Plymouth. So
yeah, well.
She doesn't work, as their marketing person anymore. Oh, well.
But she's very nice.
C'est la vie. She is very nice. Also, we have this new model in the store. This is the Beekeeper cardigan.
Gorgeous.
Which, I really feel bad because it seems really far away. So I'm looking at a little tiny screen, so I don't know. Maybe it's bigger for you guys.
So you should really watch this on your big screen TV.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can see the details.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
It's beautiful.
This pattern was originally made just like a 4-day sweater challenge, and I don't remember which month it is every year, but this was designed and released for that challenge, and a bunch of people did that for that challenge. But it's really cute, and this yarn is Scout by Kelborn Woolens. It's lovely.
It is lovely. That's the one I can use.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. So that's a class?
Yeah, that's a class coming up in March. So I know there are already at least 3 people signed up, maybe more, so there might not be a lot of room. But
check it out.
If it gets full, we'll see about adding another one.
There's
It's a daytime class, so I know I've had people ask if we would consider offering it in the evening, so maybe we'll do that.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, there are people who aren't available in the evening. There are people who aren't available during the day. So we have to try and, accommodate as many as possible.
Yeah, and nobody seems to be available, like, from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anywho.
Is what it is.
Yep. Hey, Cecilia, I ordered an Amazon Fire Stick for our TV to try to get our TV to work.
That would be awesome.
And it's supposed to arrive today, so we may get to play around with it this afternoon and see if it works.
Yay!
We've had our tech guy out to try to connect the TV to my computer so we can have like movie nights or show, I don't know, our podcast.
That would be exciting.
On our TV. And he just has not been able to get it to work, and so we're going to try this. If it doesn't work, I'll send it back.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, it's worth a try, and we got the Comcast version-y thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got it going on Charles's and on mine, and so I can watch obscure British shows on Acorn, so I'm happy.
Yeah. So I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, but I'm going to admit it anyway. So last week during the polar vortex, I was in Florida.
Yes, she was.
Ha 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 ha. No, I'm just joking.
She's the worst.
I'm not just joking. We actually postponed our return because we were supposed to come back on the worst day, and we postponed and came back the next day. Thank God.
It was fine. I don't know what everyone.
But anyway, we were down there helping out my husband's parents, and they're elderly and just needed some help, and but because they're older, they like to go to sleep early. So we were done by like 7:30 every night. And so Tom and I went back and watched Netflix in the condo. And we watched this new series, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say what it is. But it's a coming-of-age kind of series, which, I don't know, I just have a thing for them. I like them.
She does. She loves coming-of-age nonsense. I can't
But it's called Sex Education.
Oh, with Gillian Anderson.
Yes. Oh my God, she's great. She plays a British mom.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of it?
I've not watched any of it, but I read about it.
So here's the deal. There's some pretty pornographic stuff in it, I will just say. It opens with a scene that's pretty pornographic. I mean, not hard porn, but not exactly soft porn either. Somewhere in between.
Medium porn.
Not even sure that they really need to do that, but...
No.
But the premise is that Gillian Anderson, the mom, is a sex therapist, okay? And her son, who's kind of this geeky kid, becomes a sex therapist at school for all the kids who are having problems. It's fabulous. It's so well done. The characters are so great. It's filmed in Wales in this beautiful location. Oh my God, I want their house so badly.
I didn't realize that. That's kind of a selling point. I love Wales.
It's really well done. So anyway, I highly recommend it if you can get past the porn stuff. I would not recommend watching it with your teenage children. Just saying. Or even your 20-year-old's children, because
it'll embarrass them.
That would have been embarrassing for me to watch those scenes with my 20-somethings living at home. So Tom and I, went through the series really fast because we wanted to finish it up before we came back home and couldn't watch it because of our children, because we don't have a TV in our room. So
God, you're funny.
Yeah. But anyway, great series. And then we started to watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I had tried to watch before, and I got about halfway through the first episode. I was like, ugh, I can't do this. It's too campy. And then we watched the whole first episode down there. I was like, oh, I kind of like this, actually. Okay. So
well, that's
now we're watching that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What do you watch on Acorn?
Well, I just finished the series Pie in the Sky, which is about, it's from like the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
So you got like some flip phones going and really big computers.
Was it filmed in the 1990s or is it set in the 1990s?
It's filmed in the 1990s. And so the film itself is kind of dodgy. I don't know.
In British films in the 90s. It's kind of like watching the beginning of Midsummer Murders.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yep.
Looks like it was filmed in the 70s, but it's just the way they did it.
It's BBC. And, but it's a police detective, and he's trying to retire so he can run his restaurant, his dream restaurant. And so
Do they serve pies?
They do. Steak and kidney pie.
Okay.
It's British pie, not American pie.
Right.
You know, so it's meat and cheese and mash and stuff like that. Although they had a pie called Stargazer pie, which looked like one of the most revolting things I've ever seen, mainly because it was a square pie. And it had 4 fish heads sticking out.
Yeah.
Well, fish head.
Why don't they call it fish gazer pie?
I suppose because they're trying to make it sound better. I don't know.
Yuck.
But it looked really terrible. I'm like, yeah, and I try not to eat anything with the fish head sticking out of it. You know? But, so anyway, he was set to retire, so his wife gets the restaurant going and everything, and then he's not allowed to retire due to a bit of a kerfuffle at work. And so he's running a restaurant and cooking and solving, detective-y things. Not a lot of murders, mostly, various crimes.
Yeah.
Whatever, So, but the main guy in it is, Charles is like, oh, he was in Harry Potter. I'm watching, like, I don't remember him in Harry Potter. He's like, yeah, he's the uncle. He's Harry Potter's Uncle Dursley.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, wow, I totally never, because he's got a beard and he's terribly nice. And so I was like, never did recognize him really as that, but it was a good entertainment. So I finished that up over the weekend. And now I'm watching a New Zealand show called Brokewood Mysteries or something. So.
Is it mostly what you watch is mysteries and detective kind of stuff? Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
I mean, that kind of fits with your calendar that you have in the house.
You're just jealous.
Saying.
Everyone's jealous of my unsolved mysteries calendar.
And that's not the word I would use to describe my feelings about that calendar. But,
Oh, it's a lovely calendar. I don't know why everyone's hating on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, should we talk about some other stuff that's come in recently?
Sure.
So, I want to talk about these cowls, because we just got these from Color Mountain. It's
Mountain Color.
Mountain Color, sorry.
Color Mountain Color, whatever.
Those lovely ladies in Montana who do beautiful dye work. It's the Color Fade Cowl. It's $46, and we have a variety of colors, so it's...
Here. Oh, you got it.
I got it.
I like that one.
I like this one too, but this one's more me, I have to admit.
How many colors did we get? Do you remember?
I don't know, 5, 6? I don't know.
I don't remember.
There's a bunch, and it is, all their colors are fabulous, and it makes that fadey thing only in a cowl version, so it's not going to take you terribly long. If it didn't have merino in it, I would I would actually maybe make one because I think it's kind of cool.
A cowl? You
I
make
know.
a cowl? What?
I know. It's madness, but it's very pretty. I just really like those colors. Look at those. Totally new.
Yeah.
So for $46, you get beautiful merino wool and fabulous colors and the patterns in there. Everything you need except the needles. So come on in and buy that. Because there's lots of colors to choose from. So
cool.
And then we've gotten a whole bunch of magazines in recently. So I just thought I'd...
Oh, I haven't even looked at that one yet.
The newest Interweave Knits.
Yeah.
Which, you know, has a little thing about speckle yarns. So, and this piecework, which has gorgeous twisted stitched little hand things.
I thought they were square top mittens, but they're not.
No, they're fingerless mitts.
Yeah, exactly.
And
but they must go up pretty high on the fingers because the thumb's down pretty low.
Yeah, well,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You can make it shorter.
Yeah, you can make them as long as you want. That's the beauty of knitting. You can make it to fit you, and you could, if you did embroidery, you could
show that
stitch.
Picture up closer because I really like the cast on or whatever they used for that braided thing.
The braided. It's a it's Estonian, so it's a twisted braid probably, kind of like what they do in Latvia. So, which is not hard, just fiddly.
I should get my Latvian mitten kit out and work on it. It's on size 000.
Yeah.
That's why it hasn't really been worked on.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this has some nice things in it. I love piecework. We have the latest Vogue Knitting, which has this beautiful sweater on it. Beautiful cabled sweater. So, if you like cables, you should come buy that. Because it's full of cables. And then we have the latest Rowan magazine, number 65.
I really like that sweater on the back.
This one right here, I like that too.
Yeah.
I hope you can see it. A lot of great spring stuff in here. Spring, summer. And always good entertainment. You know.
I think there's some cute things in there.
There is.
I mean, I wouldn't wear that. But, you know,
this
my daughter
is a little bit much, but, you know, I don't know, that buttoning the back thing always makes me think of the smocks you'd have to wear when you were in, like, you know, first grade.
Smocks.
And you had to do painting, and then they put the smock on you.
I think that could be cute with over a little sundress.
Yeah.
Except it's all seed stitch, so I don't know.
That's a lot of seed stitch.
My first sweater I ever made was seed stitch.
I know. You've told us many times.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know any better.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a nice one, and it's got a lot of patterns. I was going to say recipes for cotton cashmere, which we have here in the shop. Quite a bit of. We got new colors.
I think that one on the back is cotton cashmere.
Yes, it is. And so, I have to find that one, the bunny sweater.
Oh yeah. Shelley says she's going to make this, but she's just not sure because she doesn't want to knit it flat. I'm like, well, you could change it in the round. She said, oh, I think that might be hard with this. I'm like, why? I don't think it'd be hard. Except the set and sleeve part, I suppose. But then she'd just have to do the sleeve cap. And
yeah, I mean, it's...
I said, steek it and cut it.
Yeah. Well, she says she looks better in pieced things. I think that's what it has to do with. Let's see if I can find the actual page. Main image, page 23.
Well, you know, that may be true, but the sleeves will still be pieced in.
Yeah, here it is. It's got bunnies and toadstools and I don't know, little bits of leaves or whatever. So, but it's totally Shelley. It just is.
Yeah, makes me think about my Strathern trick and how I need to finish that.
You do.
I know. I keep getting sidetracked by other things that I have to do. I have to knit.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Yep. That's how life goes.
Yeah. maybe it'll be ready for next fall.
Maybe. You can wear it then.
Maybe not. We'll see.
You had a whole summer to work on it.
I know. Yeah. So, trying to think of what else we know. Okay, Cloud 9 knitting retreat. I know I said that I would have that, the classes and everything, all the stuff published by mid-December, and here it is now February and it's not done. So my goal is this week to get that done and get it published. So look for that. Also, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pull a name. Who won. And I don't have anything out here for what we're giving away. So you'll just have to look at the end of the video. I'll take a picture of what we're giving away and I'll say who won and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I was going to say something else and then I remembered that. And now I know. Oh, I know what it is. In February, a group of yarn stores around the country, actually around the world, are doing an Instagram thing, 28 days of your LIS, and we're participating. So every day we do a post about something at the store. There's a whole list of things that we have to do, one for every day, and check that out. Trying to think of what else is going on. Faina Goberstein, those classes are starting to fill up. So if you are interested in taking one of her classes, you should probably sign up sooner rather than later.
Yep.
Those are on April 26th, which is a Friday. And she's teaching one class on Beyond Mosaic knitting and the other one on reversible slip stitches.
Both of them sound fabulous, but I'm particularly interested in that.
In the reversible. Yeah, I'm intrigued by it too because it's interesting. The picture that I have on the website for that class, and I don't know if you can look at it closer, like if you're looking on an iPad, if you can expand it or something, but it's really intriguing because they don't look at, the two sides of the cowl don't look at all alike.
So
it's reversible, but it's not reversible like a mirror image kind of reversible. It's one color, but it's really intriguing.
Yeah. See, that to me would be fabulous to figure stuff. I just find techniques interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and you can always just put them wherever you need them, kind of thing. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna start making a bunch of scarves or anything. Although if I was gonna make a scarf,
I know.
Oh, so boring. I always say, if a scarf had been my first knitting project, I would not be knitting today. Because I never would have been able to finish it. So.
Well, what else is going on in the store?
Nothing. We're just getting ready for all the events.
Oh, Shop Hop's coming up.
Shop Hop.
Yeah. That's the first weekend in April. 4 days of madness.
Yes, all the madness.
You know, I was wondering if we should bring our Minnesota knit t-shirts back for that.
Maybe. I think that would be a nice idea because they're fabulous. And plus I need a smaller one.
Yeah, I wonder what I mean, I kind of like the fabric that we had on the last t-shirt. I wonder if I could figure out which t-shirt that was and use that same t-shirt. And then what color to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the gray ones, but I don't know.
Maybe people could say down below.
Yeah. Hey,
what colors you might like.
That's a good question for. So here's the deal with the drawing. I think you can make any comment and you can be entered in the drawing.
Yeah.
But if you have an opinion on what color t-shirt we should get, please put that in too. I mean, part of me is like, why don't we do a white t-shirt with black or navy blue lettering?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be fun.
It could be. Man, I hate white t-shirts.
Why do you hate white t-shirts?
Because I spill crap on my shelf when I eat.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's a valid thing. we did gray, like a charcoal gray last time with white. We've done a black t-shirt.
Yep.
I mean, you know, we tried okay, first of all, our design concept wasn't great on these, so I don't know if it was the design concept, but we tried with our Sock Yarn Doesn't Count t-shirt to do, we did a blue and we did a magenta or something like that. And of course, people would come and go, oh, I wish that style was done in this color, and you know, I'm hesitant to do colors because people have such strong opinions about them.
They do.
I mean, we could do a navy. Navy would be pretty, generic.
It always goes nicely with jeans.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have an opinion, let us know.
Yes, share it with us.
Yes.
And if you have friends who have opinions, send them this podcast and make them share with us. Everyone should have opinions.
Absolutely.
So.
And we should look at some other things that we could bring in special for Shop Hop and get that going.
Yep, we should get that going because it takes time.
Yep. And other than that, I don't know what else is going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Cecilia and I, it's a great day, you know? Did I say that?
Yeah.
And I think we're a little subdued today.
We are.
I don't think I'm going to walk today. I'm sorry. I think it's going to be too slippery out there.
That's all right. I already went running this morning.
Yeah. Did you have to go inside?
No. Ran
Good
up
for
a
you.
big hill of ice this morning.
Wow. Good for you.
I got little things on my feet.
That's right. You got the cleats.
Yeah.
The ice cleats.
Yes. And overall, they were pretty good. So
Yeah.
the only issue is that there's just parts where there are big puddles because it was rainy, and so there's like big puddles of slush.
Yeah.
And it's.
And your feet get wet.
Yeah. So that irritates me more than anything else. And then it'll get cold, and then those big puddles of slush will just turn into little ice rings. And it's on the sidewalk on my street.
Yeah.
But they're going to rip that all out next year, so yay.
This coming summer?
They're ripping our whole road out.
Oh, that'll be fun getting home.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, is that they're going to rip the whole road out and the sidewalks, and they're going to they're going to make it just, because currently it's 2 lanes each way, because it's a busy thoroughfare. And they're going to add, I don't know, like 5 or 6 roundabouts from...
I love roundabouts.
Hate roundabouts.
Love roundabouts.
They're the worst. And
they're great for traffic flow.
Whatever. They're not so great when you live in a community full of old people who never, ever dealt with them, because they just mainly cause accidents. So they're going from the 2 to just 1 lane each way. And there's going to be a wall in between them.
A wall?
Yeah. And so...
Not even a turn lane, huh? I mean,
No.
Yeah.
In front of our house, there's going to be... It's going to go the sidewalk, a bike lane, the traffic lane, a wall, then the reverse.
Yeah.
And so...
So you'll have to turn right out of your driveway until you can get to a roundabout to go around. Except you turn right to...
Well, I turn right to come to work.
To come to work, but on the way home it'd be the opposite. So.
Yes, and on the way home we'll have to go down to the roundabout and go around. And that roundabout is at, not at a 4, but at like a T.
Oh,
which is weird, because who puts them at T's?
No, I've been to lots of them at T's.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a nightmare. So yeah, my only hope is that it'll make people use a different road.
I think you'd be surprised, especially with just... I mean, it depends on how big the roundabouts are. If they're 2-lane roundabouts, those are a little bit more difficult. If they're 1-lane roundabouts, they're not so bad.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch already in Richfield. They just cause chaos usually. And there's a lot of issues because some of them are going into the, especially now, because Glendale is still 2, and it's going into a 1 lane roundabout.
Yeah, that's an
up
issue.
At 66th. And so then from 66 down to 494. It's just going to all be ripped up next summer. We're going to lose part of our yard, but that's okay. I was worried we'd lose our turnout, but we're not going to. So,
that's good.
Yeah, won't lose our trees because that would have been a deal breaker.
Yeah. Yeah, like you could stop the city or state.
I know I can't. It's Richfield, home of eminent domain. So,
yeah.
I mean, that Best Buy building is on the carcasses of many a business and homes. So, that corporate headquarters.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Jenny, my mother-in-law, they're putting in a bike path, and she's losing much of her. So they have a garage that's pretty close to the road already, so they're losing almost all of the...
Oh.
They have a different driveway that goes in between the garage and the house, but the entrance to the garage is on the street.
Oh.
So they're losing any space there.
Yeah.
And they have like 100-year-old wall. They're losing that wall, but they're going to rebuild it for her.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, our neighbors be losing a hunk of their thing because of the roundabout going through their yard.
Yeah.
And we found this out right after the people across the street had just bought their house. I'm like, oh man, that would suck. You buy it and then you find out that a hunk of it's going to come out and that there'll be lights shining in your windows all hours of the day.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, no, part of the problem would be just getting out because even now with the 2 lanes, the stop sign at 67th, when, like, Sunday mornings is nearly impossible to get out of our driveway because the Catholic Church lets out and they come down 67th and they get on Lindale. And so it's just like, they barely stop now.
Right.
They'll pause and they'll see us and they'll rush out so that we can't pull out of our driveway.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they do.
No, because they don't do a full stop. It's kind of like, oh, hey, there's someone who's there. I better go before they want to get out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just...
I've lived through a bunch of street things up in our area, so it sucks, but you'll survive.
I know. I'm just not looking forward to all the Michigas.
Yeah, I get it. Well, I think we're done with that kind of stuff for a while. Thank God.
Yeah.
And my home remodeling is done too. So,
yay, you.
When does yours start?
I don't know. It was supposed to start like... He keeps saying, well, maybe next week. It's like, really? So we're trying to get a date out of them, and it's...
Yeah.
It's very irritating. I'll be honest with you. I just want it over with.
Yeah, I know. I'm very happy with mine. I think I talked about our bidet last time.
Yes. Charles was quite shocked and stunned.
Yeah, I know. He came in and he said, so, I hear you have a bidet. It's like, yep, I love it.
Yes. He's like, wow, that's a lot to talk about toilets. I'm like, whatever. We talk about whatever comes up. Sorry. And you should know that by now.
Well, anyway, I think we should probably be done for the day.
We probably should.
Because I think we need to go take naps. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish.
So. We'll just go sleep in your car. Now what do we do? Hey,
you parked in the underground garage today.
Yeah, mainly because I was worried about falling down on that sidewalk over there.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So.
Anyway, everybody stay safe out there. I won't get this posted today on the bad day of the icy stuff, but
stay safe anyway, because
stay safe.
It's Minnesota, and there will be more
and it's
ice.
Winter.
Yes.
Yeah.
There will be more snow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So hopefully not another polar vortex, but you never know.
You never can tell.
Yeah.
Tourney season will be coming up next month.
What? Training season? What did you say?
Tournaments. The tournament season. When we tend to get a lot of snow.
Yes. True.
So.
True. All right. Well, take care, everybody.
Bye. Be seeing you.